If anyone doesn't know this, I'm going to tell you now. In my previous reviews for any Robert Rodriguez movie I've ever reviewed, I've pretty much just crapped on him. I've never really loved his films. I liked the first Sin City, I liked the second one, not as good as the first one, but his Sin City movies are fine. Machete, no. Spy Kids as a kid I liked it, but now you go back and watch them, it's like, what are those things? So when I saw this movie, after I saw it, I really just gotta step back and be like, wow, Robert Rodriguez directed that? Alita Battle Angel. From director Robert Rodriguez, who did the Spy Kids movies and Machete movies and Sin City and Once Upon a Time, not Once Upon a Time, but Once in Mexico, whatever, that trilogy, whatever. I've never actually seen those movies, not gonna lie. So anyways, Robert Rodriguez directed this movie, and as like I said in the very beginning of the review, he is not my favorite director. Not at all. So I had no excitement toward this movie. And then I realized James Cameron produced it, but James Cameron said Terminator Genesis was good, so we can't rely on him. But he also wrote the screenplay, and I was like, okay. And then apparently there was like a bunch of just CGI and the whole face capture, performance capture, and how it was done. Took years to make. And apparently James Cameron's been working on this movie for years and years. And he was like, hey, Robert Rodriguez, you're like a cartoonist, but I want you to transfer your own style into this movie. And my God, I gotta say this right now, because it's without a doubt the #1 answer. Every reviewer will say this. This is Robert Rodriguez's best directing movie he has ever done. It is my personal favorite Robert Rodriguez movie now. He nailed it. He did a great job. Give it up to that man, because I can't tell you guys enough. This movie, the action scenes, the CGI, and the directing are all freaking fantastic. I know the movie is based on a manga, I can't say the word. And I've never read it, I've never even heard of it, so I'm not a fan of Alita. I've never even heard of it until now. And so I went to this movie, and the basic storyline is a girl named Alita, who is a robot, a cyborg. She's pretty much dumped into this dump land from a big, beautiful city that's above this dump land city. And because the whole world is messed up, whatever, it's like 25, 36 year, I don't even know. It's way in the future. And Christopher Waltz builds her up, gives her own body, and she used to be alive. There is memories she can't remember, but now she's starting a new life, and there's like this robot game with like racing and a ball, and she's also trying to find out who she was, and there's a lot going on. There's also this romance, so that's the basic storyline in this movie, and a bunch of action, a bunch of CGI. So let's start with the positives. Like I said, Robert Rodriguez, I mean, there are certain moments of cheesiness and style. I was like, that is Rodriguez. I know that guy. That scene, that was Rodriguez. Because he does have his style, and I gotta give it to him. As a director, I want to be a director. I want to have my own style. If I ever was make my own style movie, and I made a big movie like this, I would want to add my flair to it. He definitely did that, and I thought he did an amazing job, especially with those action scenes. Oh my God. The action scenes are literally, I saw this in RPX 3D, which is pretty much IMAX, but not really. But it's pretty much a big screen in 3D, and that is the way to see it. The sound design, the action scenes are freaking just awesome. Pure awesome. They are worth seeing. Like, it is worth paying extra to see that on the big screen. The CGI, I mean, wow. I mean, Alita herself, wow. Like, I mean, the CGI in this movie is freaking fantastic. I mean, like, it's ridiculous how good it looks. I mean, she was a real human, and I saw an early screening tonight, and so after the movie was over, they showed like a behind the scenes of how it was made. My God, the CGI is so freaking good. This movie better be nominated for Best CGI next year. It just has to be. It was that great. CGI was great. The score, the music, the action scenes, the directing, everything, the production design, the costumes, everything about the technology and the making of this movie, A+ material. Now we get back to those story and characters, and that's where the movie completely just needs to be better, because if that was better, this movie would have been perfect, but it isn't. I will say this, the girl who plays Alita, she is fantastic. I love Alita now. I love the character in this movie. I mean, I want to look up more information about the manga and all that kind of stuff, manga, whatever you say it, but her as Alita, she was freaking great. She was so darn likable, she was a badass, and she was awesome, and you wanted to know her background story, and you wanted to know what she was. Why was she in this dumpster? Why was she in trash? I want to know these things. I thought Christoph Waltz as the father figure, he was really good. I thought he had a good supporting role. I liked his background story of why, like, he has a body for her. Like, I like his story and everything. And then Jennifer Connelly and Mahershala Ali. I'll say this, Mahershala Ali, he could be in a shitty movie. He will make his role good. He did good. I mean, he did good in the movie. He's just not in the movie as much. And I feel like anyone could have played him, especially Jennifer Connelly. Those two, I feel like they were wasted in my opinion. But again, Mahershala Ali has a good moments. And Jennifer Connelly, she's just there. But really, I mean, they could have been played by anyone. The boyfriend figure, the romance, I thought was pretty bad. I just didn't care. I did not care about this romance at all. And it becomes a huge factor towards the end of this movie. And then it's just like, I don't buy into this romance at all. And the storyline, like, the first 20 minutes is about her knowing the world, then finding her old memories, then the movie has so much going on. One moment's a romance story, and they're trying to make their own, like, get their own money and live together and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, but what happened about all the stuff you want to find your memories and be a bounty hunter and all this kind of stuff? And then they add this race thing, which, I mean, the race thing is super cool, especially there's a certain action scene, super cool. But it feels like it got thrown in there, and then you got this thing and that, and the romance, and then her finding her memories, and then you got another thing with Mahershala Ali and someone up in the sky who the main villain is. Like, there's so much going on. The movie is cramming so much, and it gets jumbled and messy, and you're like, I like the CGI. The CGI and the action keep you in this movie. And that's sad because if the story was better and just cleaner, the movie would have been just an A- kind of movie. It was just that good. Some of the dialogue is kind of cheesy and kind of bad. The ending, I'll say this, I've never felt this really much in a long time. You know, people say, like, it was going to end right here. It was like, alright, it's getting ready to end. And then it doesn't end. It's like 20 another minutes. This happened twice in this movie. You're like, it's gonna end right here. It's gonna leave on a cliffhanger. You're like, okay, we got a little bit more. Oh, it's gonna end right here. Nope, we got a little bit more. And it's like, oh my god, like, can we just get to the ending? Like, it just kept ending and not ending and not ending, and it was just like, end. And it got kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Again, CGI, gotta go see that. But overall, I thought Rodriguez, just the making of this movie is just so fantastic. I gotta give it to that. I mean, the CGI is so great. The action scenes are so awesome. The girl who plays Alita, she's from Bird Box. She's really good. She's also from Maze Runner. She was really good as Alita. Like, her and that and the action are reasons to go see this movie. Alita Battle Angel was a good movie, but overall, I'm just gonna give it a B-. Again, I'm not saying this movie's terrible. I'm not saying the movie's fantastic. But I would say it was a good movie. Like, I would say it was a good movie. Again, it had its enjoyable moments. And my god, how is this PG-13? Like, there are certain things in this movie I'm like, how? Like, I feel like this movie was filmed to be rated R, but they changed it to PG-13. I don't know if it was, but you know, it is what it is. James Cameron, please make Avatar 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And if this CGI looks like that, then oh my god, we got something really CGI major masterpieces coming out in a few years. Anyway guys, if you guys enjoy this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.